This may look like a closet, but it's really a restaurant for insect gourmets. You can tell if they really like an entree by the holes. These small white larvae of the common clothes moth are especially fond of wool and fur. When they're fully mature, these well-fed larvae will reach the final stage of their development, becoming moths who will produce the next hungry generation. But wool and cotton aren't the only things on the menu. There's also a tasty fur coat, which the fur beetle swears by. It lives deep within the fibers of the coat, and it lays its eggs there. For the yellowish-brown larvae that hatch, home is also breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They move using 3 pairs of legs and their jointed bodies. Between their eyes are powerful jaws that can saw off the hairs of the fur as their legs grip them securely. Fur beetles are discreet animals whom we seldom see. We only know they're here when we see their handiwork, especially when their favorite meal is a favorite dress. But there's no point in taking it personally. Like us, they eat to survive. Even in our prestigious halls of learning, there's a legion of ravenous creatures waiting for us to turn our backs. No door, no lock can keep them out. When we leave at the end of our day, their day begins. To these creatures, precious books are nothing but dead wood, no different from a stump or fallen branch. The subjects are irrelevant, the fine leather bindings just more organic material, material to break down and recycle. You wouldn't know it from looking at them, but silverfish have an ancient pedigree. They haven't changed much in 500 million years. They grow to about 1/3 of an inch long and prefer old yellowed paper. With the help of an enzyme, they break down the cellulose in paper into food. Unfortunately, they're quite illiterate and make no distinction between Hamlet and yesterday's newspaper. They like them both equally. The printed page has a number of aficionados in the insect world, including the pseudoscorpion, a miniature predator always on the prowl. It lives on a diet of book lice, another lover of paper. The louse is killed by poison secreted by the scorpion's claws. Then the scorpion is off to the next victim, wherever it may be browsing. Our finest museums also have an unknown world of hungry organisms, and they're everywhere, even if we never see them. Their victims can do nothing but stare at us reproachfully. Mighty once, they are helpless now. Imagine the indignity of it. In every museum of natural history, stuffed animals, long dead, are food for the living. In the lion's fur, hidden from sight, the microscopic museum beetle is busy, admiring the taxidermist's art. The museum beetle is a close relative of the fur beetle, with similar tastes, but only half the size. It loves the protein in hair and feathers and relishes fat and dirt. It eats delicately, one hair at a time. But in the long run, it's the scourge of every curator. The museum beetle doesn't limit itself to stuffed lions. Instead, it savors all sorts of collections. Dried insects are a prime target. The museum beetle has no respect for science. A rare specimen is just another snack. A collection that took decades to assemble can be ravaged in days. Not that most of these specimens wouldn't have done the same, given the chance. But there's more here to eat than just dead animals. There's also a vast quantity of other organic material. The exhibition cases are framed with wood. And wood can be food, or shelter, or both, to a wide range of organisms. The holes signal the presence of an army of tiny wood eaters. Beneath the surface, you can find an endless system of tunnels and the creatures that make them. The white larvae of the old house borer will stick around as long as there's wood to gnaw.